I was, Brooke, pregnant watching Euphoria, like rocking back and forth, thinking about one day having like a teenage daughter,
Oh
you know?
God. Oh
And so,
goodness. That's a glutton for punishment. What were
right?
you
My God,
thinking?
I don't know. I brought that upon myself, but it was interesting hearing, towards the end of the documentary, no spoiler or anything, but like you sitting with your daughters at family dinner with your husband talking about the movies that you were in as a child and their reaction to also seeing clips of those things on TikTok or having it, but their feelings about whether they want to watch it or not. And also talking about the difference of Euphoria versus, Blue Lagoon or whatever else. And like, I'm curious how you wanted to shape having those conversations, also including in the documentary, and how, yeah, you wanted to talk to your own kids about what they might perceive of what your own childhood was like.
That was all Lana. The kids were not going to be interviewed. I mean, they weren't going to do a sit down, and Chris didn't want to have any part of it. And they didn't want they weren't interested in doing that. So when Lana suggested, she thought it was just going to be some B-roll, and oh look, she's grown up and she has her own kids, and you pull back and it's the happy family. And I'm sure she didn't mean it that simply, but she knew she wanted them because it did feel like a full circle moment. But I had no idea that they had such strong opinions. They don't talk to me about anything in my past that, my past didn't exist before they were born.
Yeah.
A mother doesn't have a life before the child is born, and it all revolves around the child. So the vehemence with which Greer said, I will never watch any of those movies, you understood it, but I had never heard them verbalize it. And this idea that their mother had sexuality, or that their mother was possibly hurt in any way emotionally, or that any of those things, the helplessness of that really affected them. I just was blown away by how the verbiage and how clear and concise and articulate they were about their opinions. And the Euphoria thing, I had no idea. I mean, I watched it. Older daughter made me watch the first season with her, and it was great because it started some conversations, but that was never one of the pieces of the conversation. So I had no idea. And that they made that analogy between the age of the person playing the character age, and I was actually, practically younger than the character I was playing.
Yeah.